think so?
I guess so. Sure, why not? Well, men, how's it going? I want you to give me a fix on the entire situation.
Not that good, sir.
Oh, this is very bad. Main thing is not to panic. Attention! Attention, everybody! Attention! This is Commandant Eric Broussard of the Police Academy. If you do not disperse immediately, my men and I will have to arrest you. You have 5 seconds to move away. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Give me the thing!
Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. Today is Monday, October 15th, 2018. And wow, what a morning already, huh? It's pretty freaking interesting and pretty intense. I mean, I was off the grid for the last couple days. I decided to take a couple days off this weekend. And so, you know, I was just pretty much off the grid. I kind of didn't figure too much was happening during this weekend. And so I was like, nah, fuck it. Let me just take a few days off. So I did that. I get home really late last night. I just do my little weekend review and that's it. I just call it a night. I wake up this morning and immediately, as soon as I wake up, there's already FUD Central. And you guys, I'm sure you already know what I'm talking about. We're talking about Tether and what's happening there with Tether. Now, I'm sure that by this point, by the time you've seen this video, you've already seen the story and you've already kind of heard of a bunch of, angles on what's going on with Tether. But the reality is that we have to remember what Tether is, all right? Tether is just a token, all right, that's pegged to the dollar, all right? And what gives this token value? Again, the price of the dollar. So, you know, there's a lot of rumors, a lot of news, a lot of everything out there as to why the price tanked, why the price went down, came down. It came down to like, I think like 90 cents or something like that. You know, that's a major, that's a major pullback, especially with it being, supposed to be at $1 and not really go over $1 or stay under $1, just stay at $1. So let's really dissect what could have caused the price to go down. Now, again, besides all the rumors and everything that we've heard of, it's all just FUD.
You are fake news.
It's all just FUD because I've heard on, I don't want to name too many names, but I heard on one crypto broadcast this morning where, they're just saying, oh, Tether's done, Tether's over, this is the beginning of blah, 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 and all this other stuff. Then you hear other more sound YouTubers talking about this, and they're like, no, Tether's not going anywhere, this is really nothing. And explaining, their reasoning as to why Tether has come down. And even before I looked at either one of these, I already have my theories as to why it was coming down. And after hearing everyone's perspective on it, I think that my reasoning as to why it came down is kind of valid. It's pretty valid and makes a lot of sense. Besides what everyone else is talking about, there's a few out there that are making sense. So let's keep this into perspective, guys, okay? Remember how we were just saying a few minutes ago that, when we already know this as well, that Tether is pegged to the dollar. So if Tether is losing a crazy amount of value like that, what could have caused that? Again, it's pegged to the dollar. So the reality is that the dollar itself is losing a massive amount of value. It's tanking. The dollar itself is tanking. But remember, guys, most people can't see this. Most people don't understand when their dollar loses value every day, when their paper currency loses value every day in relative terms to the dollar. They talk about it, they bring it up in conversation, so on and so forth, but I think most people miss the boat and don't really understand why this happens. Okay? Now, Tether, okay, again, Tether being pegged to the dollar and seeing a massive pullback, meaning that, you know, we're seeing Tether valued at 90 cents, 92 cents, and we're seeing Bitcoin and anything that is pegged in a trading value, meaning anything that's, you know, Tether, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Tether, you know, anything that, any crypto that is pegged to Tether or the US dollar, they saw a ginormous uptick in price. Every other cryptocurrency, like every cryptocurrency that is not pegged to the dollar or has a trading pair with, the US Tether, they haven't seen anything, no real movement. The only coins, the only projects, the only currencies, cryptocurrencies that I've seen any kind of movement have been the ones that are pegged to the US Tether, you know, USTD, right? Is that what it's called? The dollar. Now, if we all of a sudden observe real quick, like right now it's 11 o'clock in the morning, so, and my time, we're observing the Dow Jones. Oh, look at that. So the Dow Jones earlier this morning was trading in the green, and a few $100 in the green, okay? It was up about 200 points, give or take. All of a sudden now I refresh and it's already down 50 points. Let's see the Asian. Okay, also Asian markets, let's just check out the Asian. How did the Asian markets close Monday? They were all down. The only one that stayed in the positive by 130 points was the Indian exchange. The Hong Kong exchange, negative 350. The Japanese exchange, negative 423. So again, guys, we're seeing major pullbacks all across the board since literally Wednesday.
Excuse me. All right, move on. Nothing to see here. Please disperse. Nothing to see here, please.
Even though we had one positive day, so far it's been 3 out of 4 days, 3 are negative, 1 is barely positive. Let's keep that into perspective. All right, let's look at the prices again, you know, of Bitcoin and so forth. So Bitcoin, as soon as Tether tanked, and Tether right now is still at 96 cents. So as soon as Tether tanked, we saw Bitcoin, you know, Ethereum, you know, everything that's pegged to the US dollar, to the US Tether dollar, they spiked up in price. Why? This is very, very simple, guys. You got to, if all of a sudden the same amount of tethers that existed 24 hours ago exist today, but they're valued way less, meaning instead of being valued at $1, they're being valued at 92, 96 cents. Well, again, we're just seeing these tethers being valued in actual dollars. I know this is very simple stuff, guys. And therefore, these now tethers, along with the actual dollars in existence, are what give Bitcoin and all these cryptos their value.
Knowledge.
So, if we're just gonna do simple math, that means that if Tether is priced at 96 cents, 92 cents, whatever, you need more Tether to purchase the same amount of Bitcoin. And the same thing goes with cash. If you're just using cash, okay, you need more cash in order to buy the same amount of Bitcoin. Why? Because the value of the fiat itself has lost value, meaning you need more of them to buy the same amount, meaning everything has gone up in price. Everything that's tied to the dollar has gone up in price, okay, including Tether. Wink. Got it? Now, you know, we can see the total correlation, because again, it's only things that are paired to Tether, only cryptos that are paired to Tether, number one. Number two, as soon as Tether came down and these other coins went up, they settled again. The re-evaluation. All right, remember, we talk about this all the time. We watch it all the time. So that's why when we have like the big major crash, this should be pretty easy for most of you guys to understand, because we're watching these things happen on a daily basis. What could have caused this to happen? Again, guys, if you were here all of last week, we saw what was happening on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The stock markets all around the world started tanking. We had a cool off during the weekend because everything was closed. But as soon as things opened again in the middle of the night overseas, because you got to remember the time difference. So even though most of us are sleeping on Sunday night, people in Asia and New Zealand and Australia and those parts of the world, they're waking up and having their mornings while we are sleeping. So by the time that their markets close is when our markets start to open. Okay? And what do we see in those markets? The same correlation that we're watching into our markets as well. And we're watching everything together. When we're watching, when we look at the bond market, okay, let's just check out the US bond market. The US bond market is what? Look, right now we're just seeing a little bit of a purchase. But up until all morning, all up until literally 15 minutes ago. So right now it's 11:20, give or take. So right now at 11, it says right here 11:20 a.m. It's 11:20 a.m. and right now we're watching the first positive bond action. But up all the way up until the first 4 hours of the market open, the bond market has been tanking. Same as the dollar. Dollar's been tanking. That's why still 4 hours. Okay, so right now it would be 12:20 p.m. Eastern time. So again, that's why we're still watching Tether at 96 cents. It still has yet to recover. Why? Because it's even if they print more Tether out of nothing, it's still, you know what I mean? It still needs to make up for the bond market falling, the stock market falling, the dollar tanking in price. So right now, as the dollar gets weaker, you need more dollars to purchase bonds, to purchase stocks, to keep everything propped up. At the same time, people are using these Tether, these dollars, and all this other shit in order to what? Buy Bitcoin as well, because we're already at that point in time where we're already at, red alert, we're already at the end, and so on and so forth. So we're literally watching everything fall apart, everything get bid up, and so on and so forth. So if you guys, if an event like what's happening right now, and what's happening the last several days, but what's happening like right now at this moment in time as you wake up, isn't an indication to you as to what's really happening. If you still don't understand what's really happening, then man, I don't know. Because remember, we look at that. Look, let's watch. I just went onto gold and silver real quick, and gold is up 8.75. Okay, points. So it's up points. It's up 0.75%, and silver is up 1%. All right, so these are the major indicators, guys, that the markets are crashing, the dollar is crashing, the whole world economy is failing massively, and people are going into their safe havens, which is Bitcoin, Litecoin, gold, silver.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
You already know, okay? And what we're watching right now with this whole price action situation is just the massive manipulation happening on all fronts. And it's all about getting all of these puzzle pieces and putting them together so you can figure out exactly what's going on. It's not just looking at one piece of news. It's not just looking at one area. It's looking at everything and understanding that the reason that we are really, I mean, not everyone. I know a lot of people are in the space, a lot of people are in the crypto space to make more fiat. And those are the people that are going to lose out, because again, the reason that you should be in crypto, it's the same reason you should be in gold and silver. It's to maintain your wealth, maintain your value, so that you're not stuck with these dollars. You're not stuck with this fiat. You're not stuck with this crap that the government gives you, and you're actually stuck, not stuck, but you actually acquire and have these other things that are worth a lot, you know, they're actually valuable, but up until now, their value has been suppressed because other entities want their value to be suppressed, aka Bitcoin, other cryptos, gold and silver. All these things have been suppressed. And right now we are watching that battle of, you know, that suppression not being able to happen anymore, and at the same time the stock market and economies around the world falling apart, like, you know, falling at, you know, breaking apart at the seams, losing nuts and bolts, and just fucking, you know, blowing up for too much pressure, say like me. And it's just, you know, it's just a natural progression of things. So, you know, I was telling you for the last several days and weeks that as we approach this, you know, moment in time, what's going to be happening is that we are going to be, you know, before the actual crash, things like gold, silver, and cryptos are going to fucking be losing a lot of value, which is what we've been seeing, like, literally in the last several days and lately in the last couple weeks. And once the crash is pretty much here, then we're going to see the complete opposite, a complete switch over, meaning that we're now witnessing what's going to be happening from here on forward. You know, we might not be there just yet, but we can smell it, we can taste it, we can feel it. We're there, meaning that the economies around the world are going to fall, currencies around the world are going to fall, markets around the world are going to fall. All of these things are going to fall, and as everything around the world falls, only a few things are going to fucking go up in price. And, you know, and again, by them going up in price, it just means that, and remember, everything's going to go up in price as the economy falls. All of a sudden, you're going to be seeing coffee's more expensive, gas is more expensive, your electric bill is more expensive, everything's more expensive, including the silver that you have in your pocket, including the Bitcoin that you have in your pocket. So all of a sudden, you know, this coin that you have that has been worth 14 US dollars is going to start becoming worth 20, 25, 30, 40, 50 US dollars, and so on and so forth. You're going to be seeing Bitcoin being worth 6, 7, 8, 9, 10K, 11K, 20K, 30K. And why? Because you need more of these dollars that are useless in order to purchase the same thing. Okay? And that's going to go all across the board with everywhere. And it's not because these things are more valuable. No, it's just because these things are less valuable. These things are worth less and less every single fucking day. And right now we're witnessing the implosion of our current monetary system, an implosion of the world economy and everything that we know and we have kept as, you know, the system, you know what I mean? The whole legacy system, the whole system, everything is falling apart left and right. And we're literally witnessing it. So if you don't hold Bitcoin, gold, silver, if you don't hold, you know, property, if you don't hold certain things, you're going to be really feeling it. You're going to be one of those individuals that is going to suffer during this whole time. But if you are one of those individuals that has Bitcoin, Litecoin, other cryptos, gold, silver, and other, you know, things like that, then you'll be totally fine. You'll be totally fine. The moment has come. It's almost here. We're already here. Because I really do want to say that it's here because it has come. I really want to say that. But again, this is still kind of like a work in progress. We could still be a month away, weeks away. We don't know. Or it already could have. It already would have. Or it could have already started this past Wednesday, and we're just seeing a continuation of that, which just seems like we might be going through right now. So that's that. Anyways, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I really love you guys. You guys are freaking awesome, amazing. And yeah, you know, like, I'm gonna keep this short, you know. I'm gonna be on Twitch later on tonight. So please, please check out the link at the bottom. Follow me on Discord. Subscribe to my Discord, follow me on Discord, continue the conversation there. Also, you know, that's where you can get more info on me and my shows and my what to do's every single day. And I announce, you know, when I'm going on Twitch and so on and so forth, which tonight I should be going on Twitch. I don't see why not. Seems like this week is going to be jam-packed and full of fireworks, so I'm definitely going to be on Twitch, and it should be 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I will be on Twitch tonight, 8 p.m. Standard Time. Why Twitch? Because again, I've already got kicked out of YouTube, just like I get kicked out of a lot of places. You know, it is what it is, right? What am I gonna say? What can I do?
Get the fuck off! You think I'm playing games, man? Hey, I'm fucking somebody else.
All right, guys. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to please like, please subscribe, please share, and don't forget to keep spreading the love, keep spreading the knowledge and information, and I'll see you guys later tonight. Much love, peace, and prosperity. Thanks again for watching.
Hey! What the fuck is this? Did you see this shit? I can describe all of them.
Please move to the side of the car and put your hands on the hood.
Why? What's with you guys?
You heard what he said, sir. Do it right now, please.
What kind of shit is this, man? Hold up. Wait a second. You guys are arresting me for getting thrown out of a fucking window? I got thrown out of a window, man.
Gun, partner.
Sir, you are under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to have an attorney present during questioning.
Yeah, I understand. I understand the rights. I know this is bullshit, though, man. I got thrown out of a fucking window.
Please get in the car, sir.
Yeah, but tell me something. What's the charge?
Possession of a concealed weapon and disturbing the peace.
Disturbing the peace? I got thrown out of a window. What's the fucking charge for getting pushed out of a moving car, huh? Jaywalking? This is